My name is Peadar O'Byrne. I'm the CIO of Darkmatter, who are based in Abu Dhabi. Darkmatter are a company who provides cyber services, and we produce things like ruggedized phones. We're based globally, headquartered in Abu Dhabi, but also in Finland, Canada, India, and Belarus. And we also provide digital services as well and digital education. Some of the ways in which I'm collaborating with Gartner today include having the Gartner executive program and having the Gartner GTP service as well for all of the people in my department. So that helps us to add a layer of professionalism and a layer of knowledge to the team that we wouldn't normally get working by ourselves. The most valuable things that we get from the Gartner service on a day-to-day basis would be use of the portal. Now, we use the portal for many things. So to give you context, we're trying to build an IT department. We're quite behind in terms of the age of the company versus the capability of IT. So when you're trying to build an IT service, you need to have reference points, you need to have baselines, you need to have good, accurate information, which has a worldwide context. And the best way to get that is through a research company or a company who's plugged into all of those things, and that's obviously Gartner. So when we want to try and build all of the things that we're doing, our first point of contact is to check something out in Gartner. Do we have the best processes? Let's check Gartner. Do we have the best cloud strategy? Let's check Gartner. Do we have a strategy for managing Apple Macs? Let's check Gartner. All of those things give us the insights and the knowledge to be able to build that IT department. Specific areas or specific projects we're working on right now. We probably have 2 or 3 diverse things we're working on. One is we're putting in a new ERP system. Another is we're trying to change our service delivery model to agile. And one of the other ones is to develop our cloud strategy as well. So if I was to pick one of those, it would be the agile part. So where we are in the Middle East, it's not a mature area in terms of agile service delivery, and so having Gartner help us to deliver that, and in fact bring in an analyst to spend a workshop day with us as well to try and get all of the team plugged into what that actually means for us and how we actually mature from being an ITIL based organization to an agile service organization has been a really helpful thing. There's an interesting aspect of Gartner where to help me develop as an individual, you find as you push up the management layers and you push up to the top, leadership's a lonely place. So you don't have other peers that you can actually bounce ideas off, you don't have people that you can challenge you very well, people underneath you tend not to do that, and so you're making decisions nearly in isolation. The EP program provides me with a shadow, if you like, which is someone who comes into me every month, someone I can talk to who's been there, who's been a CIO, who's faced all of those problems, and I can talk to him about those issues. He challenges me in a nice way. He will validate some of the things that I'm doing. He will say, well, maybe you should have done this, or have you considered this as well? And I find that a really invaluable part of the service. If I was to describe the value to peers that I have, I would start with that area of not having someone on the same level who's done the same job is a weakness. So if you can't challenge yourself, if you can't get someone to validate what you're doing and make sure you're going in the right direction, that's a difficulty. Gartner provides that service to me through the EP program. Other things that I would say is, how do you know what you're doing is right? Have you benchmarked? Have you tested? Do you know what your industry vertical is doing? How do you find that information? And the obvious way to find that information is through the Gartner service. So that you can test yourself, you can set KPIs which are relevant and not KPIs which are set by your company. So you can actually set up your IT department, change it, evolve it based on benchmarking, based on information, and based on the professionalism that Gartner bring.